the house. The derelict house was settled on a lonely hill in a vast sea of unkept greenery. Nervously, an antiquated dock stuck out of the island, almost a wreck, not accommodating any other boats besides the small fishing boat. 3 strangers cautiously stepped out of it and onto the dock. None of them knew each other nor wanted to. All they were here for was the mystery vacation. Earlier that week, they had received an interesting message telling them they had won a vacation, but one look at the island and the idea of luxury crumbled away. They began the ascent to the top, glancing at the battered gardens around. The grass was parched, as if it had not seen water for days. A solitary oak tree reached out its skeletal arms like a beggar, while a subtle breeze played teasingly with the few crisp leaves left on the great tree, which were clinging in desperation for life. In the sky, the sun's bold head peeped out of the ebony black cloud. Beneath, the waves crashed infuriatingly, showing no mercy to the decaying cliffs. However, what was most chilling were the statues dotted around. They all had different attire, but one thing that was evident in their faces was fear. Most peculiar were the empty pedestals with plaques, to their horror, engraved with their names. Where were they? As they reached the summit of the hill, the old mahogany door swung open itself invitingly with a deafening creak. They crept inside. A chill ran down their backs, and they could feel their hearts beating rapidly. "Who's there?" cried one, but no answer could be heard. Suddenly, the door swung shut behind them. Something moved. A shadow. It moved so quickly, it seemed inhuman. They all looked around the room, searching for the unsettling shadow, but to no avail. The house looked abandoned, last used decades ago. Dust had accumulated on the wooden floor, releasing a musty smell which engulfed the windowless room. From behind, unseen to the 3, a figure loomed over. It wore a black cloak, like death. Its face was like peering into a black hole. Languidly, it reached out an ice-cold finger towards them. At this touch, the trio realized they had come to their end. They froze over and became stone-like, while their heartbeats faded. Their identities drained out of them, as if they were dead, but not quite. Their faces reflected one thing: fear.